Hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast. No more excuses. If this sounds a little different this week, it's because I'm in my normal spot in my walk-in closet that I normally record in. However, there are no clothes in here to deaden the sound, so it might be a little echoey. Anyway, thank you for being here. I am your host, Sandy Ballard, the Badass Business Coach. I help people realize their badassness so they do more, be more, and achieve way more than they ever thought possible. And because of what we're going to talk about today, what I'm going to talk about today, is because of the work that you've put in. And maybe you haven't seen that all the little baby steps are working, right? So don't forget to follow me on social media to continue getting challenges. I post questions and for the continued opportunity for growth. All right, last Monday's podcast was about figuring out what really motivates you, whether it's checking things off a list or like when my client, she aligns consequences and accountability with what she needs to do. It could be seeing the progress you're making, especially if you didn't think you were making progress. Motivation comes in many forms: recognition, rewards, awards. I do like trophies. Even the fear of failure or disappointment. And then even seeing how what you do or have done has helped someone else. I mean, maybe you're in a business that's very community oriented or giving or helpful. Obviously nurses, doctors, first responders, educators, yes, coaches, we help people. Maybe what you do is in a nonprofit factor, and what you do helps someone's. That can be the motivator as well. And today, well, at least today here in Merica, it's Labor Day. So yeah, I want to talk about the work you've put in. And let's take a moment to celebrate the hard work you've done and what you will do to achieve your goals. Last Monday, I asked you to complete the sentence: by the end of the year, I will, or I will have, and then fill in the blank, fill in the rest of it. And I want to know what you said, and what will motivate you to make sure that you do the work and put in the effort. What will you do, or what can you do to make sure you do achieve that goal? And I posted that on Saturday. So did you see it? If not, then you're not following me on social media. So do that. For me, by the end of the year, I will have gotten back into kick-ass shape, and I'll have written my 4th book. And what will motivate me? Well, I saw pictures of myself in my favorite dress, and I didn't like it, so that motivated me. And, well, the fact that I'm getting ready to run the first half marathon I've run in a long time because of injuries and the move and COVID, right? So it's just getting back into that, doing the work I need to put in, the work I need to do to be able to run that marathon, the work I need to do to be able to write that book. And like I said, what's going to motivate me to write the book? Well, because I just told you, again, I've mentioned it a few times in the podcast, and I announced it in June at my Women's Taboo Talk event. Yes, now we're not going to talk about the editing. That might be challenging, but it's going to be written. So comment here, post somewhere, email me at sandy@sandyballard.com. What will you do? What, by the end of the year, will have you done? All right, and again, if you're following me or haven't followed me on social media, and on Facebook, it's Growing Forward Success Coaching. Not many people know my business name. So look for me, follow me on Instagram, LinkedIn, find me, and tell me that you're a podcast listener, so I can give you a shout out, like I did to Nadia last week. And it's, again, work. The work we have to do, and people hate that word work. It's a 4-letter word, but it's necessary. So again, wherever you are, for all the work you've already done, kudos, congratulations. And if you've listened to me for a while, or you're catching on, you've heard me talk about checking your progress. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes the motivation comes from that progress check and seeing that you actually have made progress. When you don't think you're making progress, The easiest thing to attribute this is to baby steps is like losing weight. Maybe one of your goals, like mine, is to lose a little weight. And years ago, once I stopped playing football, yes, tackle football, I needed to drop some of that weight. Yes, I needed to drop the football weight. I didn't see much progress. It was a 6-month program, and the plan was to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. And I was, doing my check-ins, and yeah, I was losing my half pound, my 1 pound, but you can't really feel a pound, or you can't really see it in the short term. But I was, doing what I needed to do. I was getting frustrated. I felt like the process was a little slow because, we all want that quote unquote quick fix magic pill, right? And then one day, a few months into the program, I went in to put on some shorts, and they fell off. They literally just went straight down to the ground. Now, I'm not super hippie, but still, they weren't that way before. And I was so excited. I pulled him back up off the floor, held him up, and ran out to show the man candy. And I proceeded to go back in and check all my pants and shorts and skirts that were buttoned up or had to be buttoned or zipped. That was motivation. All the work I'd done, the tiny baby steps, was working, right? But I didn't see it. So that's why it's so freaking important to do the progress checks, to do it. Yeah, I saw on paper or I saw on the scale that I was losing my half pound, my 1 pound, my 2 pounds, but I hadn't really seen it all in one spot, one time, right? Now, grant you, it was a really amazing time, and you just, like I said, have to check the progress. And in business, when I see clients achieve their goals and make their dreams become a reality, that's what motivates me to keep going. And yes, when you, my listeners, email me or message me or comment on a social media post, that motivates me to keep going and doing these weekly podcasts for 5.5 years. Each day and week, putting in the time to write, research, and share is the work I do and is what will get me to where I want to go. So think about what you've done. Think about the time you've spent, the hard work, the labor to get you to where you are today. Baby steps are huge. Like my weight loss journey, the little baby steps. And with writing my book, a thought here, a paragraph there, it all adds up. I'm going to say it again. It's why progress checks are so important. And with this being the first full week of September, now is a great time to do that. So you can decide what you need to do for the next 4 weeks and before the fourth quarter begins. I mean, can you believe it? It's fourth quarter. It's crazy. Or almost fourth quarter. So today, I really want you to check your progress and give yourself credit for the work you've done. I want you to celebrate the baby steps. I don't care if it's 1 pound. I don't care if it's one paragraph. I don't care if it's just, I don't know, even though writing your mission statement. Tell me what work you will do and what you will do to continue making progress. So what's going to motivate you? What gets you jazzed? Like I've said in the last couple of weeks, I want you to wake up with determination and go to bed with satisfaction. I want what keeps you up at night to be what gets you out of bed in the morning, the passion for what you do. But what is that motivator, right? And what is the work you're going to do? I want you to celebrate the work you have done, and then let's talk about what you will do to keep going. And again, don't forget to follow me on social media to get the daily challenges, thoughts, inspiration, and the help to continue to grow and learn. And I am here to help beyond these podcasts. So if you have anything, you can't even think about what can motivate you, you don't see the progress you've made, or don't think you've made any progress, email me, Sandy at sandyballard.com. Don't forget, Sandy with an I. And talk to me. Let me know you're there. Let me know what I can do to help you realize your badassness so you can do more, be more, and probably have already achieved way more than you're giving yourself credit for. All right, have a great week. I look forward to hearing from you. Cheers.